In today's Mind Matters, we're going to talk about men and mental health. Nearly 1 in 10 men experience depression or anxiety, but less than half will receive treatment. So this morning, I'm joined by Dr. Doug McLaughlin from the Cleveland Clinic to talk about how to overcome the stigma surrounding men and mental health. Dr. McLaughlin, so glad you're here with us today.
Yes.
Let's start off with what are the signs of depression?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me here, and good morning. Depression, very common. The symptoms, not unique to men, but changes in sleep, appetite, energy, concentration. Those are some of the more common symptoms, sometimes hopelessness and despair. Also, we look for just a lack of joy, a lack of pleasure. So they call this anhedonia. And so this is a new kind of clinical term with the research and the new medicines coming out. So being aware of a lack of joy is a symptom.
Yeah, of something's going on.
Right.
So let's get to why are men so resistant when they're feeling those things? They don't reach out for help.
Right. So the stigma is real, right? So people will be in denial, or there's fear. There's fear of losing control. There's fear of feeling perhaps that they're weak or lesser than if they reach out and get help. And so really the bravest thing one can do is reach out and accept that help from others. So.
Yeah. And when you're talking to the men, give me an idea of what things are depressing men. What depresses them?
So often they'll feel a lack of purpose. They sometimes will report just concerns of being able to fill that traditional role of providing for themselves or their family. And so finances and job stability are concerning. And the symptoms sometimes for the men, they might not be as in touch with their emotional side, so they might start by reporting things like physical symptoms. So they'll report fatigue and concentration problems and sleep changes.
Yeah, but here, let's go here, because a lot of men, they say, I can deal with that.
Right.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
How do they move to getting the help? Give me some signs, some things that they can do if they're listening right now, someone may be depressed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a start. So awareness and having some, people in their lives that they can rely on. So sometimes faith-based resources are helpful, but friends, family, community, things that you can do, support groups, being involved. Senior centers are also a great resource. And then realizing to get well, you have to have a whole plan. So it's not just medicine or counseling, and most people do better with a little bit of both, but having all of these things. So wellness, work-life balance, healthy life choices, like all of these things will help.
Yeah, but the main thing is be aware that something's wrong.
Absolutely.
Something is wrong, but I need some help.
Yeah, and accept it and ask. That's all.
Dr. Doug McLaughlin, you made it so plain.
Yes.
It's there it is.
There it is.
And it's okay to ask for help, right?
Absolutely.
Men, you can ask for help.
Yes,
Dr. Doug McLaughlin from the Cleveland Clinic.
All right.
You heard him. He said, do it. Get some help, because help is available.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Dave?
Man, no question. Very informative. Thank you.